Everyone, welcome. Perfect timing. Welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neofet3 on the socials. I am your GM of fun, of excitement, of evil, as some would say. But anyways, thank you for
No,
joining
Jay, we
us.
would all say that.
Okay, good. Hey, you haven't said "f you," Jay, in a while, so I'm looking forward to that that coming up this season.
Give Carrie a chance.
Well, we are only in episode 16 tonight, so we've got several more episodes, and the arc, maybe in the next few episodes, that arc might be hitting a little bit. Um, Welcome everyone. We are happy to be here. We are excited, and thank you for joining us in our Pathfinder 2E actual play campaign, The Legends of the Natural Ones. And if you want to know why that's called the Legend of the Apple, excuse me, The Legends of the Natural Ones, check out episode 1 of season 1. We are season 4, episode 16, and they got their name then. So before we jump in and recap this wonderful story, let us introduce these wonderful and talented players. For those of you that don't know, Jeff, how are you doing and who are you excitedly playing tonight?
Hello, everybody. I am Jeff. I am doing quite well. Thank you so much for asking. If you do not know, I am playing Aviro Starborn. He's our high elf, youngin, whippersnapper. He's a mage and a scaredy cat and doesn't like to hurt things.
True, BS, but he's, the heart in a way of the group,
Is
right?
he? Is he?
So many good moments though. Thank you, Jeff. Kitty, how are you doing and how is Kitty?
Oh, hi, I'm doing great. This is Oprah the cat. She's doing phenomenal.
Excellent.
I am pumped, and I am playing Brynn tonight, our half elf criminal element, and I can't wait to kill me some weeping death. So let's rock and roll.
Criminal
Yes.
element.
Thank you, Carrie, for joining us. Jim, sir, how you
Yes,
doing over there?
I'm good. So yeah, I'm Jim, Hawkmere1 on all the socials, and I'm playing Glastoc Steelcloak, our fatherly figure dwarf.
Yes. And not as grumpy these days, so that's good.
No, no, he's just accepted his fate that he has to deal with Aviro.
That sounds so defeated, but that's okay. Thank you.
Who he loves like a son.
An
Protect.
estranged son, but
Last but not least, our guest player for this story arc, Ryan. Welcome, and who are you playing?
Hello, everyone. I am playing Gwendolyn of the Tamir, a 6 foot something barbarian who believes that she's a human, despite the wings that I think she still has, for the next 30 seconds. So,
That's 5 rounds for those of you at home. Math.
Yes, and we pick up the wonderful adventurers came home to their manor, the manor that the original Whizbangs manor that Gwendolyn was a part of, adventuring group that disbanded, and the natural ones was given by their NPC Joy, Sebastian, who's in town. So they've been living there for a while, and then they went and found Gwen because they're on a shard quest to capture all the shards to bring back a good deity. But they, of course, there's a bad element, an evil element that's, opposite of them trying to collect them as well. Well, they came back and they found out that, well, there's these creatures called the Weeping Death, statues that freeze when you see them, but attack you and kill you when you blink. Yes, Doctor Who is a fan. Or excuse me, we are a fan of Doctor Who. So needless to say,
I think you had it right the first time. Doctor Who's a fan of us.
So they went through the house, the first level, ran into a whole bunch of them, went to the basement because, unbeknownst to the characters who've been living there for a while, Gwen and the crew locked one in the vault. And for the several months that the crew, they didn't know the basement was, even accessible. So now they're going to the basement and they fought off a horde of these weeping deaths that left all of a sudden after one of them got killed. And we pick up as the basement starts to brighten a little bit more as all these weeping deaths leave. And you're standing in front of the door that is magically arcane locked because, well, there's Gwen and crew did some remodeling in the basement. That's where we pick up.
Okay,
They just
so-
leave.
So if I remember correctly, Glastoc healed everybody up
Mhm.
for the most part.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Brynn figured out the combination was 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think that
On
was
the
what I was
door.
gonna guess.
And
how did you know?
I seem to recall we're going to go in and close the door after us.
Yes. We have to lock ourselves in with it. It's the only safe way. We'll be
Well,
fine, Aviro. You'll be in the back as always.
Vera, would you rather be out here where there's a bunch of them or inside where there's just one big one?
Look, we've already had this argument. I recognize it was mere seconds ago and how we can clearly forget, but I've already agreed, so let's just do it before I lose my nerve.
All right, let's do it then. And Brynn goes and frickin' puts in the code. What is it? It's not a keypad or anything, is it?
There's
How's
symbols.
this-
There's arcane symbols that are kind of like around that are numerical numbers of sorts. It's kind of
So it's-
scattered.
So it's on, toi, tre,
Yeah.
ba.
Fine. It's fine.
Yo.
All right. Put that in.
So yeah, you put, and Gwen, as suddenly the door kind of lights up a little bit, and you hear a click as if it unlocks.
I think that did it.
In case it wasn't obvious, Brynn has her sword out.
And as you open the door, you see this large, which you can see in Roll20, I'm assuming everything. This very large training room. So as you first come in, there's stairs that kind of go down about 5 feet. But to the left, there's almost like a stage of sitting rows of and there's just a ton of weapons and practice weapons and just an archery area as well in another part of the room. There's mats that you can they're training mats type locations here. And in the corner, because it was talked about at one time and it was not, there is a jacuzzi whirlpool.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay.
Bath.
Brynn kind of as we come in, we're like she like
And
whistles and she looks around. So
it,
it's down here the whole time?
I am surprised you didn't know.
We couldn't get in.
Oh, right. No, that's right. Yeah.
The
So
wasted
I'm
hours.
assuming Aviro's going to close the door behind him.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
so
think
we don't have to
Aviro would
worry
be
about it.
dragging his feet a little bit and Brynn like, Aviro, get your ass in here.
He is.
Shut the
I mean,
door.
barely, but clunk.
Cluck.
All
yeah.
right. I don't see any in here, so it's probably safe.
You know where you secured it in the next
Mhm.
room in
Secured
the
it.
first vault. Not the main vault, but the first vault. And
Okay.
there's a secret door that gets to it, as Gwen
Yeah.
knows. Because there's
So
no
this is
visible
gonna
doors in here.
this is a stupid question.
Mhm.
I know we talked about this a little bit, but let's assume that the one that you have locked down here is the leader of all of these other ones.
Okay.
Do we want to let it out and hope that they all go running away, which is probably bad for everybody else involved in the area, or B, kill this one while we have it by itself before we take on the rest of them? But there's no guarantee that they aren't going to take off once this one is gone.
I'm in favor of that plan. It's not. We can't just unleash it upon Sandpoint, Vero, or
Well,
fucking Glastoc.
which I
It's habit, I
agree.
understand.
which
Yes.
which I'm more leaning towards B, especially where we can isolate. There's just one, right, Gwen?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless it's somehow made more.
Reproduced. Okay.
We have to at least try.
Okay.
We-
All
There's,
right.
there's
So
innocent people.
let's assume we eliminate this one. Okay. After we've eliminated this one, we don't know what kind of control this one has over the others because we're under the assumption that the others are trying to get this one out. So perhaps there's some sort of, and this is your territory, Aviro, is that they're somehow communicating mentally with each other. If we sever that connection, we don't know what's going to happen to the rest of them.
Jay, can I make an Arcana check to see if I know the answer to that question?
Because
idea.
you rolled a natural 20 on your original Arcana
I
check
sure did.
on this, I'm going to say that it's unknown, even by like research standards. It's unknown. They're independent. They're probably communicating telepathically, definitely. But it if you kill the leader, they may leave or they may attack. You don't know.
Glastoc, it is 100% unknown.
It is less helpful than we were hoping, Aviro.
What do you
Okay.
want from me?
Answers?
I gave you one.
All right. So at
Uh-oh.
last count, we knew there was what? 4 left?
Something like that. 4 of them
Okay.
and 4 of us. Sounds like good
Okay.
odds to me.
Okay.
We've had
Plus,
worse.
however many are in the town, of course.
Oh,
course.
okay. Now there's something I didn't even think about.
Right. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. We're gonna have to smash every statue in town, but
How did you find this one to start with?
it attacked us.
Here?
Yes.
Why?
Going to
You-
attack someone, it's best to do it in their home when they're unawares.
We were also semi-responsible for destroying a plan they were working on that involved capturing and feeding off a lot of people from the town. So
All
they
right.
don't like personally me very much, but probably not you either now because you've been destroying them.
All right, that's fair.
Okay. Here's a
Understood.
wild idea. And I know Aviro is going to hate it. So, Aviro, just don't listen for the next 15 seconds. But what if we pull the other ones in first before we go after the big one?
All of them at the same time?
Well, here's the thing. We have the advantage of the door, which means we can funnel them.
Ah, I heard there was a warrior once with 300 underlings.
All right,
That's
that
how
was
they
15
won a
seconds.
major. That's how they won a major battle. Was
Well,
it was the location. They had a bottleneck.
right. So if we use not necessarily this door, Gwyn, is there any other doors leading up to where the vault is?
Yes, there is the door that is over there. I point towards the
The wall. Yeah.
the hot
wall.
spring.
Okay. So if we can get them in
Hmm?
and get it to where we only have to fight one or two at a time and eliminate as many of them as possible before we let the big one out. I mean, so far we seem to be doing fairly well, especially with Aviro acting as nothing but a designated look at them so they don't move. You know,
It is very helpful.
His mage hand hovers and
um, I'm trying to think of a way to prevent any of them from going rogue. Because once they go rogue from here, there's no telling what kind of havoc they can wreak among the city or the countryside.
I mean, I'll
I mean,
be
we have
honest, I'm a
no
little
idea.
surprised they haven't been just
Well, I think
wrecking things.
that might be because they know that their leader is here, and that's their primary concern. Yeah, I hate to
if it's their leader.
well, why?
That's how pack animals work, Avira. The
Right.
biggest one typically is in charge.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
just
if
saying
they-
we
Well,
have no
very well,
evidence one way or
Glastoc.
the other.
How do we bait them in then? Just open the door and
Hey,
be like,
Glastoc-
"Ooh, I hope
Glastoc
no
turns-
weeping death come in here."
Glastoc turns and looks at Aviro and goes, "Well,
I don't like this.
well, I hate. I
This
hate
would
to
be
say
this part where it went to a commercial in an 80s cartoon. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
I hate to say this, Aviro, but since you're the least combat oriented of us, your best role is as bait.
Then if you hate it so much, why are you smiling as you say it?
Because he's sure it's going to work, and so am I.
I mean, you probably can move faster than the rest of us, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Which means you can run away from them much faster than the rest of us can.
Forwards.
Running and escaping and retreating is what you do best.
Yes, but you have to look at them. It's difficult to run backwards and see where you're going whilst keeping one still.
Well, the thing is if there's 4 of them, you can only look at a couple of them at one time, unless they're stacked right on top of each other.
I think your best bet is running. Just running.
So are we pulling them in? Well, there was talk of utilizing a doorway. Is that no longer the case?
Well, I mean, we could use this doorway here. The only thing I don't like about this spot is the stairs. It kind of limits how many of us can be around the door.
Look at all this space, Glastoc. I don't have a problem with it. And Brynn is kind of like spinning around in the middle of this
Brynn is
dojo.
She goes,
Just like the sound of
gonna put some-
musicking in the middle of this room because
I'm going to
it's
put some
huge.
curtains over there.
Yes. This is a delight.
The domestic Brynn comes out.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely work with this space.
Jay, can you on the
The
map
sound of
draw
swinging.
the arc of the door, how the door swings?
Or does it swing? Does it slide? Does it?
Oh yeah, is it a pocket door? How fancy is this place?
Which
Pretty
which
fancy.
door are you referring to?
The door I'm
The door
currently
we're
standing in front of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one we just came through.
Oh, where's my?
Does it swing in? Does it swing out? Does it slide? Does it go up and down? Does it drop to the floor?
It comes. Why is it? Yeah, it's not. Wow, I'm not getting a. Where's my pen? Okay, here we go. So basically, it opens.
out.
It swings out
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Ooh, even better.
Is it?
Yeah, because then it restricts how many of them can be at the doorway at one time.
You know
What?
what?
Is it?
I'm gonna switch to a battle map, even though so that our
Oh.
guests can actually see. Because guess what? I've done
We have that. We
in
have that
the-
function.
because I adjusted it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that.
We have the technology.
What the planning.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong
Oh God,
button.
oh God, no. Yes.
There we go.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So Aviro, I think you should go do your job now.
So just everyone just everyone. One more time, go over the plan. What exactly do you want me to do?
Brynn has
What?
found a sharpening wheel in the corner and is busy getting her sword ready for this.
Very, very much true.
Okay. We want Vera, we want you to, and you don't have to go very far, but we want you to go out to where you could be seen and possibly bait some of them in. So in other words, you don't even have to go up the stairs. You basically just have to go into, like this area so that you can see the stairs and they could see you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, okay. So, Jay, this is from me to you.
Mm-hmm.
Can one player move through the square of another player with no issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we have Brynn and Gwendolyn as close to the door as possible, because they're 100% melee based.
Mhm.
Now I'm speaking as Glastoc, I can cast spells. So I don't have to be right on top of the door. I can
That's
be
correct.
back
Mhm.
and still cast spells at them. And we just try to funnel one or two in at a time. Once we get them to start coming in, Aviro, you could be down at the bottom of the stairs, and basically your job will be to just stare at one or both of them so that they can't move, so that the rest of us can beat them to.
Wait a minute, I have to do all of this not in the safety of this room?
Mhm.
No. Once you get them to start coming after you, you come into the room.
Oh.
No. I would never do that to you. I mean, I would,
Okay.
but no, I would never do
Brynn
that
is
to
over
you.
in the corner and she goes, "We're only gonna stick you outside the room if you fuck this up."
I have an idea.
Yes,
Sparks.
please, Gwyn.
I set down my sword and I grab a coil of rope off the wall. I will go over to Aviro and I start to tie like a harness around his shoulders so that we can pull him in if we need to.
Ooh, good idea.
This will make sure that if anything happens, we're at least able to pull you back.
All right.
Also,
All right.
Aviro,
Yes.
I have only known you for a few days, but I know you can do this.
You're awfully sure of yourself.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But
The-
I am also sure of you.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
frantically searching my prepared spells to see if I have anything that's gonna help.
Like, what do I have that's like Misty Step, like invisibility? Like,
Good
Okay.
Lord, do I have any? Why did I
I
prepare the
guess.
worst possible spells for this day?
because this was a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Someone and the drunkenness from the drinking is starting to settle in too.
okay, so my suggestion would be, Brynn, you be at the top of the
Yes.
stairs just north of the door.
Perfect. Can do.
Okay.
Brynn is like swishing her sword around. She's like, it just
Yeah,
feels
Gwyn,
lighter.
you would be like at the top of the stairs, facing the door. So,
Like
and they
right
were
here.
yes. So as they
Okay.
come in, you're literally the first thing that they see.
And
Uh,
I'm beside the door going, ha! Surprising them.
Exactly. And then and then as I said, because I can cast spells, I don't have to be directly in combat.
Right. You stand back a couple paces, and then Aviro can,
Right.
look at them.
All
It's
right.
a plan. And then
Well-
Aviro, you can shut your eyes for like a second, let another one come in, and then do it all over again. Like an assembly line, or a disassembly line, as the case may be.
Good plan.
You can do this, Aviro. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I believe in you too.
So Glastoc walks up to Aviro.
And Aviro shoves the door open and he runs out.
Oh my god! Don't get. Brynn throws her head back and laughs, and she looks over at Glastoc and be like, "Don't get in his way. The boy's ready."
I think it was your pep talk.
As
I was
you
going to
No pep
offer him a
talk.
drink to calm his nerves, but apparently he doesn't need it.
So, Aviro, as you run out, you still have your light spell on you. Yeah.
I-
Do you have a light?
Light spell?
Do you have a light spell?
No.
Who had the
I
light?
thought I cast one on something.
Yeah, you had to, and there was a few different light spells in the area.
I'm able to make my sword glow.
Yep. So as you kind of come out, the light
Like a perfectly
radiates.
normal human does.
Yeah, totally. It's the sword. It's not me.
Yeah, of course.
So the light comes out of the room.
A
and
magic sword.
The basement's dark, but it's not as dark as it was before. But
Okay.
with so you can see everywhere with just the amount of light that's coming in from, it's all shard. And there's some torches that are actually on the walls of continuous light torches or ever burning torches that were like snubbed out when they were present. They have the ability to like darken rooms and light sources. But you can see as you kind of come out, it's light. And yeah, you're looking around. There's no one, there's nothing around.
All right. So Aviro gets to the bottom of the stairs and he shouts, "Hey, you weeping death ninnies! Your carvers were inaccurate and studied at a very terrible school."
The door is open,
Hell
by
yeah,
the way.
Aviro. Brynn kind of like leans around the door frame and is like, "Hell yeah, Aviro, you tell him."
Nothing.
Waits and he waits and he waits. And he waits.
Take a couple steps up the stairs, Aviro.
Would you stop pressing me?
You're doing great.
And
Keep
he's
it up. Brynn
pointing it.
thumbs up around the corner.
There's just a hand out the door.
Yeah, you just see this hand.
So Aviro creeps up to the top of the stairs.
Give me a perception check, please.
Oh,
Non-initiative.
Not initiative, okay.
Does he
Grrr.
see his head get ripped off?
28.
Ooh.
So as you get
Better
up
boy.
to the
Bravo,
first
bravo.
study area, you don't hear anything. And you
Oh, God.
don't see any of the weeping deaths. You do see the doors all opened that exit this room.
Mhm.
But as you're looking around, you don't see anything.
I think they're gone. Or they're just not taking the bait.
Brynn yells out, "Boy, it sure would be a shame if somebody ripped that elf's ears off or some shit."
What side are you on?
At that point, a book off the shelf falls to the floor. Aviro, what do you do?
I need to make a constitution. I guess a will save. To
Will
see if I-
save. Give me a will save.
100%. Don't pee, Aviro. You have a chance to be a real hero here.
It's a 32.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Keep it
Fucking
together.
proud
The
of you, dude.
balls
I am
on
so
this
proud of you.
elf.
So as you is suddenly, it's almost as if the book was starting to move and Aviro, you saw it slow motion
Mhm.
falling down. And as you're quickly going, it hits the ground, goes and makes noise. But you're like, "No, I'm calm. I've
Oh
done it."
no.
Oh,
He's not calm.
okay.
He's not calm, but he didn't run.
Yeah, he didn't run.
He
So
he squeaked. So here's what happens. The book falls.
yeah,
He squeaks,
Yep.
but he keeps it together. And he's still looking around, but he reaches in and he gets that cinnamon fudge brownie from the restaurant. And he takes a few inhales and he puts it back.
Oh.
Think of Pepper. Think of Pepper.
And he's
Think of
just
Pepper.
standing there.
yeah.
Pretend
And
like
he's
she's
standing there and he's
watching.
just looking, he's
The
looking, he's
house,
looking.
the book, just because of some of the movements of you or some of the house or something, like the book just fell. And yeah, there's nothing around. It's an empty room.
Can I cast detect magic?
Yeah, yes, you can.
I cast detect magic.
Yeah, there's magic in around the house, but it's the same magic you've always seen.
Okay. I don't think they're here.
You could explore the rest of the house.
That means they already
Not
got out.
alone.
All right, Aviro, come back.
And he runs.
It's like when you're in this, like when you're a kid or a grown ass Carrie, when you're shutting the lights off in the basement and you do that like high step thing up the stairs. Like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yep, pretty much. So yeah, you suddenly run back into the room.
Oh, shit.
That didn't
I mean,
work.
if they're already out, we have to go. We have to get them before they make it to town.
Let's take care of the one that we can take care of, and then after that we can. I mean,
Right.
that's
Also,
what
they can turn invisible.
Shall we just continue through the rooms?
They-
What they can turn invisible, but they would have gobbled you up in a heartbeat if they saw you, Aviro. You are very appetizing.
I know. I know.
Okay,
Oh.
let's just close this door so that we don't have to worry about them coming up behind us.
Right.
And let's take care of what we know we can take care of, and
Good. Yes.
pray to the gods that this is the right way to do it.
Yes.
So you shut the door, you lock it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And yeah, Gwen, do you show them where the secret door is?
I'm just gonna walk over to the wall and try to remember where the secret door is.
I imagine Gwen is standing like at just a regular wall, says some kind of password, and like 20 feet to her right, like something goes.
Actually, everyone give me a perception check, please. Or no,
fucking
this
kidding
would
me.
be is it perception or is it not investigation?
There is no investigation. It's
yeah,
just
that's
perception.
a different perception. Yeah, perception check. Give me a perception check.
Oh my God.
Nat 20 for a
I got a
Perce-
32.
I got a 26. I got a rock. Sorry, seemed appropriate.
I did get a rock. It's a natural one
Oh,
Got a rock.
for a total of 16.
Excuse me.
Oh, man. Damn it. I'm
So
sorry,
Gwen's
dude.
trying to figure out on the wall like where the secret spot is.
I swear it's here.
Perfect.
Glastoc and Aviro, you kind of look over and there's a torch that you're like,
You just one of those.
yeah, it just pull the torch down and the door opens.
Put the candle back.
Gwen, I think they found it, dear.
I'm like
Aviro
the
and Glastoc are
wrong
just
wall.
pointing at the torch.
Oh, that's where it was. You know, it looks so much like the rest of the walls.
I'm sure they remodeled or something. Like it's, understandable.
Yes, I suppose. But this is the door.
And it's literally the brick. As you pull it down, you hear this, and all you do is just kind of push. And it's like the wall just kind of is a door, and it just kind of pushes into this next
Ooh.
room. Um, Brian, what do you have for your notes in this room?
My notes say that this was the armory.
Oh my god. If
Oh,
Brynn
Brynn
liked
is
this previous room, she
Bryn's gonna
is
have a orgasm.
There
so,
is lots
so
and
happy.
lots of weapons. Now you're fairly confident that and it's Gwen, you know this. This is like Sebastian's secondary hold. So this
Mhm.
is one of the reasons why he owns the house is that he also keeps a secondary stash here. And there is every make and model of weapons of different designs and
Holy shit,
beautiful.
guys, they have throwing stars, and Brynn runs
Yes,
over to a rack on the wall and is like throwing. There's dozens
there
of
is
them.
a
There's-
He's
lot
just like going,
of um
like throwing them at a target.
there is some exotic weapons here, like very exotic weapons from Tian Shar. And like from what the country above where Amiko was.
Is
I mean,
Bryn trained in throwing stars, or are they pouncing off the wall?
She is trained in throwing knives. I imagine she thinks she probably can do it. It's not going well.
Yeah.
She has
Brynn, be
hit. She's thrown
careful.
6, and there's one that is like on the edge of the target board. Like I'm not going to hit anybody.
I
Like
was more
it,
worried about you.
Oh, Gwyn.
it's like
And
that person.
she continues to grab them, and she's like, she tries to hide it, but she like draws her hand back. She cut herself. It's like, oh, it's fine.
It's like that person who goes like axe throwing for the first time and throws one that sticks, but it's backwards.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And on the opposite side, you see a very large stone wall, or excuse me, stone door with also arcane runes and all over here. When you know that this is where the first vault is where you hid or you uh, trapped the weeping death. And then the main vault is actually Sebastian's special vault, which you really don't have access to. But this is the Whizbang's main vault area.
Hmm.
So
All right, so it should be on the other side of this door. If I will reach out, and before I actually make contact with the runes, I look at everybody. Aviro, you
Well,
need to come into the room.
I can see just fine from here.
Aviro, you have to get over here so you can look effectively.
I have very good eyesight.
Aviro, get your ass in here.
I pull
I
on the
lo-
rope.
I like the idea that
You pull it. He's just going like being dragged in
like
with
the
his
dog that doesn't
heels.
want to go for a walk.
Yeah.
right. I like the idea that there's a vault within the vault.
Yes, of course there is. It's Sebastian. What do you expect?
Yeah.
He is a very prepared person.
Like,
All right.
yeah.
So I begin to rotate the arcane sigils and press
Mhm.
them in the correct order to open this door. This one I apparently remember.
yes, you do.
4, is it 5, 6, 7, 8?
It
was-
is.
I was going to say 2, 3, 4, 1.
Oh,
So
You
yeah,
son of a
as
bitch.
you open the door, goes it pulls out towards you, and suddenly as you open, the light starts to like go on. So like the continuous ever burning torches that are in there, so it goes, and the room lights up inside the vault. The other thing as you kind of open the door, you do notice that there is a grated. But as you move the stone door, there is a barred metal door.
Portcullis.
Portcullis, yes,
Mm.
right there. So then as you get that, then there you hit the sigil that's on that side in order. And as you're peering in, what did the Whizbangs put in their vault?
I mean, there was a lot of stuff that Gwyn does not remember, but I know that her blue dragon armor is in here.
Mhm.
Probably a lot of trophies,
Mhm.
and the bulk of whatever gold we had left.
Yep. And a few nice items as well. There's probably a few other magic items in here, uh, based off of some of uh actually Ren would have some of Ren's stuff. She would have
Yep.
probably gone down and got, but she may have left some stuff here. Actually,
How
let me
would she
take that
get
back.
them if the thing is in there?
That's right. She never did. She never went down here and picked it. So some some of Ren's stuff is here. And as you're looking around, you see a statue of just kind of standing there.
Oh,
Is it
there
bigger than the
There
others?
it is.
Slightly,
There it is.
slightly.
There it is. Okay. So how do we get it to come forth? Do we all like
Well,
not look
if
at it
it's
for like 1 second?
if it's not moving right now because Gwen's looking at it, or you're looking at it, Brynn.
Gwyn turns and looks at you. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Oh,
But what if we walk in there and there's like more in the corners or some shit? I don't trust it. Okay.
Okay.
Tell you what. I'll keep looking at it, and you go forward and get close
No,
to it.
I'll keep looking at it. That's my job.
All right, then Gwyn and I will go, and Glastoc, if anything kills us, just
Can
you know.
Glastoc see it
Yeah.
and it's not moving?
No, it's
Oh
not
God.
moving.
Oh God.
Okay,
Oh,
Glastoc's going to cast Divine Lance at it.
Okay.
Just
You hit it.
done.
Actually, no. Give me. Yeah, you need to give me a roll, right? Or does it auto? Does it have to make a?
I got to make an attack roll.
Okay.
Dude, that is so boss.
Oh, Jim. Oh, Jim.
Do I get advantage, Jay?
Yes.
Yes, you do, actually. Actually, let me take that. Let me take that back. You do not have any hero points. You have +4 to your roll.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I rolled a 21.
I'm so
It
proud of you.
hit.
Oh my God, that's great.
It's awesome. Kill it with fire.
Yes, I rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
It's 18 points of good damage.
Yeah, it takes some damage. But yeah, it doesn't really do much there. Yeah.
Should we just go start hitting it?
I
It's
mean,
worked so
I
far.
already did. So
Okay. All right.
where is
Gwyn?
it? Where is it, Jay, in the room? Can you put
I'm
a
gonna
marker
say
or
it
something?
is. We're gonna be good. It's gonna be right. Oh, wait a minute. Up.
Please tell me there
Right
is
there.
Ryan. Please tell me there is that scene where like Brynn and Gwyn look at each other, do that nod thing, and then just fucking rush into the room. Please tell me you're willing to do that with me.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So,
Incredible.
okay. Yeah. So from where Glastock is right now, he can see it. Correct.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's within range of Divine Lance. So yes, he
Yes.
did hit it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay.
So,
All right.
so as you are, the fact that you have Aviro and you have everyone around, you will make the 4 of you against just this one. We're not even going to roll any more dice. You basically destroy it as quickly
Like
as
those-
you want.
Those extra
Okay.
levels in Street Fighter where you just blow up the car.
Pretty
Like
much.
that. Just ting, 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 ting until it's powder. For the record, one funny thing on my end, my roll 20 window is kind of cut off, and when Aviro came up behind, I couldn't see that it was him, and I thought it was one of them, and I almost freaked out. It was like a very techie, dorky jump scare.
All right. So let me
It's like,
Jay, is
Yes.
it possible to save the head of this creature?
Yes, it is possible.
I will pick up the head once we smash it.
my God.
Okay.
I like where this is going.
I agree. There's so many opportunities here.
Give me a D20 roll because it's very possible it will turn to dust after you kill it. But
Yeah, especially the way Glastock's rolling right now.
Just a straight roll?
just straight roll.
That's a 12.
Okay, yes, you will be able to have its head.
That was a lot simpler than I was expecting.
Maybe we just got lucky. We're due for a lucky break or two.
I'm gonna sit down on the throne that we store down here.
Yes,
Brynn is searching the potion shelves. I'm
yes,
just kidding.
there
But are
is
there
a
any
potion
potions down here?
shelves in here.
There-
Absolutely.
Oh my
Because
god.
I should back up. In the armory, there is an entire alchemist lab.
Wow.
Are there any books in here or scrolls?
There's 1 or 2 scrolls in here, yes.
Can
I
look
would
at
like
them?
to go to the potion shelf, look for a healing potion, but I also want to look for like nice liquor. It feels like there might be nice liquor down here.
No,
Hey.
there's not any
Shit.
nice liquor.
You're not going to get
Shit.
any nicer liquor than what I provide to you.
That's a
This-
good
this
point.
potion
Glastoc.
bottle
Yours
says-
is the best.
This potion bottle says fireball, but it smells like whiskey.
It's a kind of
That's-
whiskey. It's good.
That's
it's for college
that's not
students.
nice liquor. So let's be honest.
We use that as a
That's
cleaner.
Purely utilitarian. That's to keep you warm when it snows. Anyway. Well,
Okay. All right. So we've accomplished this part of our mission.
yes.
By the way, one last thing. After you kill this thing, and a moment, like a round or two goes by, and then suddenly the head does vibrate, and there is a vibration, and you do hear, which is very surprising, emanating from this head as well, but more or less outside, you can hear the vibrations coming from outside as if screaming has occurred.
Well,
Aviro
okay,
jumps
so we
behind
have
Gwyn.
pissed them off. Okay,
Oh god.
so
Oh god.
Good.
Oh,
all right, Aviro, you're with me, and Glastoc starts walking back towards
Is he
door.
dragging Aviro along? Why do I still have this rope?
I mean, do we maybe want to grab a few things?
Yes, yes, of course. And Brynn grabs like a bunch of potions. She goes for the red ones. That feels like healing potions.
Okay.
He goes for the red ones.
I feel like red is universally a healing potion.
Jim, check chat, please.
Oh, god.
Okay,
Secret message.
hold on.
Secret message.
Where am I? Oh, okay. The Zoom chat.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Gwyn is going to start putting on her blue dragon armor.
Okay. It's going to take a minute or two, but yeah.
I'll give you a note.
So
While we're
as you
paused. Oh, go ahead.
so as you are making your way, you're kind of looking. Yeah, it's you gather. You're putting your armor on. You start going back out. You all have you just feel uneasy. All of a sudden, all of you are feeling uneasy.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
It's only sudden
Bravo,
reveal.
Jeff.
the
Bravo,
rest of-
Jeff.
So yeah, all of you are just feeling uneasy. As you're kind of
That's nothing
searching
new.
around and you get through, you get whatever stuff you want, and you're gonna make your way back up to out of the vaults and everything, correct? Are you gonna make your way back upstairs?
Imagine there's nowhere else to go. Unless, are there any more hidden doors there, Gwyn?
There is Sebastian's door that I do not have the password to, but I think that's it.
I know knock.
I don't know if that will work. Sebastian is very powerful.
We should leave his things alone anyway.
Also a good idea.
If those walls could talk. And Brynn is kind of like wandering towards the door and kind of
Well, Glastoc's already heading towards the,
yeah,
He's
I'm
got
kind of
Aviro in
walking. I'm
tow.
walking with
and-
Glastoc, yeah.
yeah.
So this whole thing was a fucking bust.
Can I
What are you
take this
talking-
rope off?
What are you talking about? We got rid of the big one, and we obviously pissed off all the little ones.
Well, the little ones could be wreaking havoc in Sandpoint right now.
Well,
Or
right
they
now
could-
it
or they
sounds
could
like
have
they're all
the mental
screaming and stuff
synapses
because they're
snapped.
all upset, which
Or-
we
or-
could use to our advantage.
Or they've all
That's
died.
true. Maybe they all
Well,
died.
That would be
Maybe
great,
they all
but I
died.
don't think that's going to happen.
Just
So.
look for any rogue piles of dust. Well, no, we got one. Or two.
All right, so
overall.
Glastoc opens the door from here.
Gwyn, are you coming?
Just a second. It's armor. These straps are tough.
Did Gwyn maybe put on a couple of pounds working at that fabulous bakery?
Look, it is.
Oh, hell yeah. Never trust a skinny baker. That is one lesson I have learned in life.
Okay, I'll come running out.
Never trust a skinny baker.
Could have
I still have
sworn
the
these-
head.
Oh my
I could
God,
have sworn
Jerry.
I had more straps.
Okay. Are we ready to destroy the rest of them?
Yes.
Ah!
What?
Ah!
Aviro,
Oh.
what?
I just got hurt, and for some reason, I am no longer able to cast one of the spells I had prepared, and I
What?
don't understand
Talking about-
why.
Brynn would go over to Aviro as soon as he said I just got hurt, and she would be like looking at his body and like taking his arms and like looking for like wounds, and be like, Where did it hurt you?
My head.
Check chats.
My nose is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden,
Gwyn's
like,
nose is
as
bleeding.
as Brynn is like looking over Aviro, she kind of goes like, ah, and like she kind of like feels something like on her ribs, like into her back. She's like, shit. I think me too.
What is happening?
And
I-
Brynn's like looking around and like kind of doing that thing when you can't really see your enemy. She's like bending her sword like in all different directions.
Jay, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out if something magically just happened to
You're
us?
muted.
No,
I am muted?
No, he can hear. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Can I do that?
Gwen, I need
Well,
you
it's
to
a
make
natural 1, so I don't know.
Yeah, you have no clue what's going on.
A lot of that going
Gwen,
around tonight.
Give me an intelligence roll, a d20 plus your intelligent modifier.
Oh boy, this is where I'm a Viking.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
That's a total of 3.
All right.
You're this, yeah. You don't hear music. You don't hear silence. This is weird.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but maybe we should try to move upstairs.
Don't like this.
Yes.
Is possible. No, let us go.
All right.
And as you get
Let's,
upstairs
Head out.
and you check the rest of the house, and you take your time methodically checking all the house is clean. And you do not find any other strange damage or hurt or anything. It was just weird.
Do we find any weird piles of powder anywhere, like
Nope.
where they would have just died and disappeared?
Nope. You do find
should-
the front door open.
We need to get to town. We need to get there now.
Should alert the garrison.
It is about 1 a.m.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Go.
I agree with Brynn.
All right.
Start
so,
running.
So you start running for down, dude, in the dark, dude. Light sources, music.
I imagine there's that cool shot where it's like boot, 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 and then like boot in a puddle. Like,
Mhm. And you run
know
to
what
the
I mean?
you run to the town garrison jail, and yeah, the sergeant's there, and you're familiar with them. And all of one of the guards is like,
Brynn's been arrested by them all, so they
actually,
all know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, boy,
I am clear.
what's going on?
There's going to be an attack. There might already be an attack happening. There's weeping deaths. and they are out and about.
What are you thought? Whoa. Okay,
They're
calm.
like statues, stone statues, but alive, and they'll rip people apart.
And she sees Gwyn. Okay. Glastoc, what is going on?
They see Gwyn, but they ask Glastoc.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gwyn can't be trusted.
They look at Gwyn for a
Aviro was
second,
standing.
and they're like,
Aviro was standing in the door, looking outside.
Yeah.
He's in his, looking forward directions thing. He's
Yeah.
looking.
He's playing
Oh, yeah.
lookout.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want the short version or the long version?
give me whatever
Short ver-
version you want to tell me.
Okay. The
Make a
short,
short one,
version is,
Glastoc.
the short version is these monsters called Weeping Deaths have been out in the wilderness. We've managed to kill their leader, but now we think they're rogue and have gone wild into the town here. And we just want you to know that there's a possibility of them. They look like statues, and as long as you're looking at them, they don't move. But the second you don't look at them, they will attack you. So if there are any statues in weird spots, that's what they are.
Like statues that weren't there before, and statues of no one in particular.
Gwyn of the Whizbangs, this is something from several years ago. You made a report similar to this, if I'm correct.
Is correct. They
They're
are back.
Okay, I will. Okay.
Where is the sheriff?
He's sleeping.
Wake him.
Wake him up!
Sergeant. I heard everything. All right. Just hold tight. And he goes and eventually gets sheriff, the Zorn, the sheriff, more or less the militia garrison in charge. And he is a big, like a very large, 6'3", very large, muscular, golden bronze colored skin, a little bit of a mustache. He is.
Calm down, Brynn.
We've encountered him before.
He's got the holy symbol. He's a cleric. And he has been running the town for several years now. He was an apprentice under the former sheriff. And Gwyn actually knows him quite well. And he's like,
Oh, quite well.
Oh.
well, maybe not
Not
that,
like that.
well. But so Zorn kind of comes off. He's like, Gwyn, it had
Zorn.
it was it's been a while since you've woken me up like this. What's going on now? Something about
Weeping Death. They're back.
Okay,
Infestation.
okay, all right. All right, we'll set some of the guards up. We'll has that other thing come back?
Has anybody been reported missing?
No one's been reported missing.
What
And
other thing?
probably not.
Okay.
What other thing, Gwyn?
There's a creature of some sort. I do not know. We can talk about that later. We have a pressing issue with these things.
So I will set up some
She's
more.
also
Yeah, full guard.
visibly she's visibly angry as she's interacting with Zorn.
Mm-hmm.
As she does kind of blame him for not preventing the attack on the manor that made her run off. So she's just on the verge of raging right now.
It's just like, all right. We'll activate the militia. We'll set up some more guards. We'll patrol the town to make sure, and we'll have hourly reports. Okay. The best thing you can do is leave it to us right now. We will take care of it. We will keep you updated, and we'll contact you if we need you. Okay.
I'm just gonna turn around and walk out.
All right.
But,
And
wait.
And as that, you suddenly see a 150 of Zorn just turns around and just starts barking out orders like, all right, boom, boom. And everyone's like, snap to, yes, stop. And they're like, they grab weapons. They start running out. I mean, people are like, there's a little bit of an alarm going on, and all the men and women in the militia are like snap toing in 3 groups of 3. They are on it. So when Zorn says it's time, they're like, boom, and they start getting shit done.
Oh. Well, should we go out too, team, or do you think we're safe enough to go back to the house?
I I don't think there's anything else we can do at this point. I mean, if they're still around the house, which there's a chance, um, since that's where they've been for the most time, it's better
Right.
off if we're there. And that this way we're not interfering with what the militia is doing.
Yes, I think that probably bunch of a bunch of crafty rogues sneaking around in the dark might do more harm than good. Right. Well,
Glastoc looks at Aviro. When did we become rogues?
I
not
don't know.
a
I just
literal rogue. I don't know. Aviro was quite roguish when he was shouting insults at the things that could rip his head off. And Bryn like bumps him encouragingly.
he is surprisingly quiet.
Why
well,
are
I
you
think we
so
should.
quiet, Aviro?
He looks exhausted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He looks
I think
exhausted. He looks like he's been through the ringer. He looks like he's got nothing left.
Bryn puts her hand on Aviro's shoulder and like squeezes him like right here, and you're like not hard, just kind of like reassuringly.
No, like he doesn't.
He's just like
You
he's
know
just
how some
so
people don't like.
lacking in muscle that sorry.
Well, do you know how some people don't like back rubs?
Yeah. Oh, don't
Yeah.
touch. All right, all right, all right, all right. I think we should go home and try to get some sleep.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
We can come back and check it out in the morning.
Yes,
idea.
please.
We should we alert Sebastian?
I think what Sebastian doesn't know won't hurt him.
Well, perhaps the militia will swing by anyway.
Yes, I'm sure they
Likely.
will let him know.
You're
It
pretty
seems-
sure
it
the
seems
mayor
like
is being informed, which is your next door neighbor and Sebastian.
I think he'll find out eventually. In the meantime, I do think we should get as much sleep as we can get tonight. It's already late. We need to be
Very well.
strong. Well, time to get to it. And Bryn starts, takes out a little flask and starts drinking. Like, got to get to sleep somehow.
Avira reaches over, and just as she's got it to her lips, Avira reaches over and snatches it and takes a huge pull and gives it back and starts.
Bryn like holds it and is stunned and shocked and still for a second, and then she like turns it upside down. It's empty. He freaking finished it. I'm like, and for a second she gets that like rage eye, and then she's like, he needs it more than you do. And he like she caps it up and puts it back.
And then she pulls out that bottle of Fireball.
Hell yeah, fireball. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
So as the evening, you get back to your manor. You are like securing, making sure everything's fine. All the doors are locked. All the doors. There's no weeping deaths in the vicinity, in that manor or
Yes.
anything like that.
No, nothing.
And you eventually get to sleep. And yeah, are you sleeping in or are you getting not a full 8 hours of sleep?
I think I'm sleeping as long as the boys will let
Yeah,
me.
I would say let's just like crash out. I'm sure Aviro is going to crash out normally anyway. So yeah, I mean,
Where
all
does
of us.
Gwyn gonna sleep?
I would assume Gwyn would sleep in her own bed.
She doesn't have a bed.
That's my bed. That's my bed now.
Yeah.
So,
Whoops.
slumber party.
The atrium is still dangerous.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go up
Yes.
there.
No.
Surprisingly,
How
we're gonna say
dangerous?
the atrium is not
Too dangerous to
dangerous
sleep in.
anymore
Okay,
Oh,
that would be
because
nice.
it was Sebastian did take out, and it is back to being a little bit of an atrium.
Yep, I'll just string a hammock up in the atrium then.
oh, how zen.
That was her bedroom. So
It was.
Oh, it was. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, and the morning comes, you hear the distance, and
So we get a full 8 hours.
you get a
Okay.
full 8 hours. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
And you get your healing is back, your hit points are back, and everything is back.
Awesome.
But yeah, as you realize that sensation was very weird. Like you have no memory of where that. All of a sudden, you're just like one of your spells was used up, or you got a cut here that you didn't recognize at one point. It was a weird sensation. You had no
Brynn
clue.
would, when she wakes up in the morning, she would like lift up her shirt and look at that spot where she had mysteriously gotten like hit or hurt. Does it look like anything? Like, is there like, is it like claws? Is it like, or
appears to
is
be
there a
claw,
mark?
like almost like a claw mark. Um, there is also a burn mark on one person. Aviro, there is a burn mark. The damage you took was like from a burn, almost like
Oh.
lightning.
Oh,
On my head?
No. On your side.
Well, that's where I said I was hurt, was on my head.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. It's part of your head was burned. Yeah.
my God,
Okay.
he's Harry Potter.
Back of his neck. Back of his neck.
So yeah.
Brynn kind of makes her way downstairs eventually. She's not armed up. Ironically, she has her sword with her, but she doesn't have like any of her armor accoutrement on her. And she just kind of is like, well, I slept like a rock. How did you all sleep? Wonderful. Is
Aviro's not
Aviro
there.
still sleeping? Motherfucker.
Yeah,
She
he's
gets,
gonna
I would
he's
imagine
gonna
Brynn
be
gets
there for a while.
like 2/3 of the way down the stairs. And he's like, son of a bitch. And she just turns around and like goes back up and knocks on Aviro's door.
No answer.
She does not knock again. She just goes into his room. Aviro, wake up.
No
Can't
answer.
stop meeting like this. I go into the room.
He's
Aviro is not sleeping. Is not breathing. Just kidding.
Aviro's not breathing? Oh. Okay.
For a second.
Oh my
For a
God.
second, you're like,
Oh my
he's not
God.
breathing. And then he's
The look on Carrie's face.
You got me good. That was, oh, you got me good. And so Brynn just goes, she's like, and she would kind of like, we have to stop meeting like this. And she like flips him out of his bed.
Oh.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
Oh.
Yes, that
Why?
was quite a bit for such a small boy.
Why?
There were about 5 drinks worth in there, which you took in about, oh, I don't know, 3 seconds. You owe
What?
me a full flask, by the way,
Why are we having this conversation?
because it is time to wake up. The day is
Why?
upon us.
And what pressing business do we have?
Aviro, you can't just sit here and rot. We have to wake up. Come down and get some breakfast. We'll make sure it's nice and carby for you. And she like
Oh.
pats him as he's laying on the ground.
Oh. Oh. Ah. Why am I burned?
You have to mix up some salt water and then just chug it down, dear. It does the trick every time, I promise.
Oh. Oh. And he's just, I assume she just leaves.
Oh yeah, she's going down, and I think Brynn would fix Aviro some breakfast, which would be like a couple eggs, some bacon, with like a little extra salt, and then maybe like one little muffin or something. Then she mixes up like a concoction in a glass that
Mhm.
you don't know what it is.
So when Aviro comes down, he sees the plate that she's prepared. That's very kind of you, Brynn. And he only eats the muffin.
Vero, listen, I know you're only typically not a big breakfast guy, but this is important. You need to get some food in you. Some of this food with salt in it.
But could I have porridge instead?
No, it doesn't have any salt in it. You need to eat this
I
just
could
today.
I could put salt in it.
Animal products, Aviro.
Mhm.
Just this once.
No.
I won't tell anybody.
No. I don't.
Tell anybody.
Fucking fine. And Brynn like takes the plate and starts eating it herself. She's like, at least drink this. There's nothing animal in it, I promise. It is awful. I imagine you kind of taste like what tastes like some kind of a bitter green, like a dark green. You
Or the
taste
dog.
for a second there's like vinegar, like a vinegar taste and like again more salt and then like maybe something acidic, like citrus of some sort and it's just all coming around again and again and again like a terrible
Oh,
Ferris wheel of shit.
is it room temperature?
It is slightly cold.
It is slightly cold. All
Just
right. Well,
slightly cold.
he's prestidigitating it to cool it off even more,
Mm-hmm. There
so
you
that he can
go.
just
Like that'll
slam it.
help.
There you go, dear.
And then he just chugs.
Yeah, that's for the best. Yes, I know. I know. You'll feel better by midday, I promise. You would feel
Oh, that
better if you just ate these eggs. And like Bryn will, but she's like, but nobody's perfect.
could I? Well, what about rice and beans?
I'll fix you some rice and beans.
All right, thank you. He lays
Bryn
down
goes
with his
over.
head on the table.
Bryn goes over to like some jars and fixes him up some rice and beans. Again, salty. Maybe a little bit of butter in there, but just a little bit.
He's just sitting there with the salt
Nothing
shaker.
too oily.
Gwyn will walk into the kitchen with a basket from the Sandpoint Savories.
Does Aviro want one or not want one?
Want one what?
Pastry from Sandpoint Savories.
Oh, sure. Those are
Yeah,
great.
that he'll eat.
Yeah.
He's
Right?
a vegetarian.
And-
He doesn't eat animals.
And remember, the savories are like, remember from the village and from the
Mhm.
wicked goat,
Mhm.
wicked sheep that of
It's like the
Amara.
crumble cookie of this
Yeah,
world.
it was just her
Crumble
bakery.
cookies.
It was her pastries
Crumble
that were
cookies are
just like,
overrated.
oh, and yeah, as you start realizing that, yeah, this is the lineage. They're just good. Did Gwen go that morning to pick up fresh ones and come
Oh
back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was up with the sun,
Okay.
went into town.
As you know, based off of, there's only one of the twins is working, and the mom is working. The other one is off. She's adventuring, and she hasn't been seen for a while.
Good for her.
Yep, she's been adventuring with a good adventuring group.
Did Gwyn have a nice catch up?
Well,
Yeah.
her friend was the one that's gone.
Oh,
I just love the fact that he says she's been gone and hasn't been seen for a while, and it's all good for her.
She's
my
adventuring.
first thought was she's dead. But we need to not be so paranoid. Maybe
It's
she's
like,
just
no.
it's like
adventuring.
here's Jay throwing out an adventure hook and Gwyn going, nah.
Oh,
She's
fine. Good. You know what?
fine.
She-
Good for her.
she's with an adventuring group. Yeah.
Strong, self-sufficient young woman.
I
You-
mean, her first adventuring group did all get slaughtered by gnolls, but
Yeah.
what's the odds of that happening twice?
And it's been a few years that she's been adventuring.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She'll be fine.
The other thing,
7,225 to 1.
the other thing is there is a very beautiful, long, red-headed female witch getting savory that morning. You recognize her as well. And she's getting that morning. She's like, well, Gwen, it has been a
Hello
while.
again.
It has been a long time. Yes.
This is Genora.
Yeah. And Orm's partner.
Is Orem here too?
No, Orm is not here, but he is still alive. And they are still adventuring together.
Genora, it has been too long.
And
How are you doing?
And as her red hair comes up and pats you on the shoulder, because she controls her hair like Medusa
Ooh.
from the Eternals.
I don't like.
And so
Inhumans.
excuse me. And just like, and it's like, and then she's like grabbing stuff with her hair and putting it in the basket. And like, I'm doing well. You're looking quite. I heard you disappeared for a time.
Oh, unfortunately, yes. I had to leave town for a little while after our manor was attacked.
Oh, heavens, that is just so awful. You're still adventuring then?
Yes, I suppose I am. And yourself?
Oh yes, yes. Orm and I are doing quite well. We've got a little bourgeois in Magnemar. We're just making a stop here on our way north.
Oh, how lovely. I haven't been to Magnamar in so long.
Well, it's still there. It's still political as usual.
Of course.
Anyways, it is lovely to finally see you again. I hope everything goes well. As she's maybe
I'm
she's just
sure
up
it
and
will.
yes. Well, good day. Good fortunes. And as she walks out, her hair just kind of makes a hand and does this, and then just
I don't know why that is giving me the ick so much, but it really is. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like sentient hair.
yeah. She is a bona fide hair witch.
Wow.
So yeah, that was some of the
Hair witch
morning
would be a
initiatives.
great name for a salon.
Or a high school band.
Oh my god, yes. Um,
So what is your day activity? What are you looking forward to doing today?
I think Brynn
Or
would go
goal?
into town just to kind of like maybe do a little bit of shopping, maybe get some food, get some more alcohol for her flask. Um, she would actually want to ask after. So remind me when we got attacked by Tib and company, he got transported to Magnamar from here or from Schmaltmarsh.
Uh you were
Small
attacked in Schmaltmarsh, but then
And
then you ran into him here,
okay,
and then well, see what happened. No,
where was he institutionalized?
just outside of Sandpoint
Yeah, here.
here.
Bryn would ask about them being transported, and
Well,
like,
because he was going to be
did they make it?
transported from here to
Yeah.
Magnamar within the as you start
Which
poking around, you find out that there was a jailbreak. And that Tib
oh,
broke out.
it's like that
And
TikTok.
there
It's like
were
you seem kind of psyched.
yeah, he was broken
No,
out
I'm bummed.
by a
No,
male
it's a
and
Bill Hader.
female.
No.
Jailbreak, you say?
Yes, by a male and female.
Are they sure? Are you sure it wasn't just another? No.
Oh, considering how
Well,
what she was not wearing, yes, they knew it was a
she
female.
was not wearing.
Whoa. Okay.
How much she was not wearing, I should say. Yeah.
Bryn,
there was
Bryn,
only
like,
one death in that process. So the award there was a warrant for his arrest as well as the two other ones.
oh, we'll be sure to be on the lookout. And I imagine the screen goes red sepia, and you hear that sound from Kill Bill. And she's like, "Oh, well, that's great." And she feels sick to her stomach. And she just kind of continues on with her day, but can't think about anything else for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you can shop at the market. There's various items and things of that nature. You'll notice a heightened presence of guards and militia in the town all over, patrols and stuff like that. Very much so. Very visible.
If you follow Bryn, I imagine once in a while you hear her, like, kind of talking to her something like, I don't even care. I don't even care. He's not the same person anymore. And we've went our separate ways and we're both happy and we're happy apart. We don't need each other to be happy. That's codependence and that's not healthy. And she's
I'm a
just kind of
strong,
like
single,
talking to her.
independent woman.
Yeah, strong, single, independent woman.
I'm a small
take care of
independent
myself.
rogue.
I've
I
taken
can
care of myself
backstab
most of my
whoever
life.
I want.
I can take care of myself. I've taken care of myself most of my life. I'm fine. Everything's it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I hope they're happy.
And then as she thinks about like the description of what she wasn't wearing, I'm like, son of a bitch. And she likes kicking rocks in the street and just going back and forth this way most of the day.
Walks
What-
by the medieval version of Victoria's Secret every now and then, looks in the
Yeah,
window.
oh my
No.
It's like, ma'am, would you like to try? Shut up.
What is the rest of the group doing during this day?
Glastoc is researching the recipe for the item that we had previously discussed, Jay.
Okay. Right. Remind me in chat. Okay.
will.
What about Aviro and Gwen?
Remind me, Jeff, the player, what our overall thing is that. So
It's
we
the
had
shards.
gone.
So you're looking
Yeah,
for
it's the
shards,
shards.
doing research on where their locations are.
The next ones
So
are.
and then like what are and then and
So we had just gotten back
yeah,
from
you
getting
just
that,
gotten
and
back.
so
You're doing more of the research. You're finding out what the power levels are, like potential are dangers, and equal to what you're available to get. Or
Mhm.
there's certain things that you know that you could accomplish, and there's certain things like, okay, we're not. We need to get a few more items to be able to go there.
Aren't there two more that we are aware of their location currently?
Actually, you know of all the locations. Ooh, balloons. So you know
What
all
was
where all
that,
the
Jeff?
shards. That was balloons birthday.
Was
Woohoo!
that just from doing this?
Just from doing this.
If it does it again, yep.
But
It's my somatic component for balloons.
there you go. So you know that Ravenmore, which is a village northeast, is where one of the shards most likely is. It's buried in a temple, but
Mhm.
there is a wizard's tower there, and the wizard actually built there probably has a lot more information. And you're
Mhm.
thinking that wizard is in Magnamar. Number one.
Okay. And we think that that's the easiest.
That's probably the
Next one.
easiest next one that you're going to go to.
Okay.
There is a really hard one that there's rumors. It's what as the GM pulls up the info.
That's the level 31 that we don't want to go
Nope.
get yet.
Yeah.
So the Temple of Denari. So the Temple of Denari is located in Ravenmore. It's supposed to be a lost temple, underground temple of Denari. You also know that the Hollow Mountains is probably going to be a harder one because there's probably rune lords or potential dungeon crawl, which is going to be a little bit on the hard side for that one. There's also Till Sunrise Tavern, which is a mystical tavern that is open from sunrise to sunset to sunrise.
I was about to break into Fiddler on the Roof, so I'm
And
glad you
you
made
are
that quick correction.
confident that there's a definitely an undead element to that location. So you're going to need to prepare for that
Just
one.
what Aviro wants to hear.
Yeah.
And that's a higher level situation. So yeah,
So we're going to the Ravenmore one.
that would be your most next logical step
Okay.
in the process. So yeah.
All right. So yeah, Aviro is he's doing his research. He's doing his theoretical arcanics.
Mhm.
He's once he's essentially decided that that's the next one to go to.
And
He is.
I would say you're fairly certain you need to go visit the wizard, because the
In
wizard,
Magmar.
and he's probably he's got a home in Magnamar, and
Mhm.
so you probably need to go visit the wizard to get information about.
Could I
take the Yellow Brick Road?
Could
Yeah.
I send him a stationary
Alan,
of
the Yellow
sending?
Brick Road.
Yes, you could.
Could I send him a stationary of sending and inquiring about these things?
Yes, you could.
All right, I will do that. I'll compose a letter and send it off.
Okay. All right. When? What's your day?
Gonna do 3 things.
Okay.
Check on the orphans,
Okay.
make sure that they're being treated well and that the orphanage has everything it needs. Check the mail to see if there's been anything left for her.
Yeah. There's mail?
And
PO Box 337, please.
go under the glass factory to make sure.
Got it.
What?
You're going by yourself?
Oh, I'm going by myself, yes.
Okay.
but full kit.
Full kit. Yeah, full armored, full kit. Um, Aviro, you will notice Gwen fully armored up. Black, the blue dragon armored, weapon galore. Just she is going out for battle as you see
Wait.
her leaving the house.
Gwen. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yes, Aviro.
where? Why? Where? What's going on?
I'm running an errand.
God.
All right. Should we expect you soon? Should we keep supper warm for you?
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
All right. Well, stay safe.
You as well.
I could picture Glastoc coming out of the kitchen, after getting himself something to drink and seeing Gwyn and say, "Have fun," and just keep goes right back into the
Yeah,
study.
right.
Gwen,
Mm-hmm.
I need 2 rolls. I need a flat D20 roll, and then I need a
Okay.
perception roll.
I don't like this one bit.
This one has not been rolling well, so we're not going to use it. We're going to use the other one.
So first
So
your flat roll.
D20.
Flat D20.
17.
Perfect. Now I need a perception check, please. Not initiative.
Total of 27.
Good. It's going to take you most of the day.
Yeah, I figured.
And almost, it's like you're not going to get back until late night, almost like after dinner. The entrance as you get to it seems to be boarded up, or at least enough that it was most the way that is not very accessible. So you have to break through some stuff to go check.
Okay.
And as you're waking your way through the familiar caverns and tunnels that you've gone through, are you going straight to the main location, or are you touring the entire thing?
Straight to the main location.
Okay.
Gwyn wouldn't think to check anywhere else.
Okay.
So
So as you are making your way, you feel an air of just uneasiness.
Hmm.
And as you're making your way, you find the large chamber that was there, including the water, and there's no water there. And the creature that you once fought, the false Hydra, is not there, and the remains are not there.
okay.
But you do find
Oh, God.
opened pods in a different
Oh.
chamber. As if it evolved.
That's fantastic news.
You know that there's only 3 pods.
Okay. Well,
It's in a different chamber as you're going,
right.
But you found 3 unusual pods, and they look old. Like it's been probably a few months since they've
Hmm.
evolved. And
How
I will give you
big?
this, but based on the medium-sized humanoid.
So could I wrap my arms around one and rip it off the stem to take with me?
It's not it's not even the pod is like opened up and is just laying there as if it's something
Right.
broken. Yeah, I would say yeah. If you could try. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Strength, athletics.
Not even gonna have you roll because you're gonna take your time.
Great.
You're gonna get it. You bring it up. As you get it to the surface, it withers when it hits the surface.
I'm still bringing it back to the mansion.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when she gets back is just covered in mud and muck and carrying this giant wilted pod. She's just gonna leave in the main room.
Does it smell?
Yeah.
I'm sure it smells.
prestidigitation. He cleans it up.
What are you doing?
Cleaning. It's disgusting. Look at it. It's covered in filth and gore and ooze, and it smells awful.
I'm
I-
not sure I would do that.
Well, I'm not sure I would leave it right in the center of the sitting room. So, even Steven.
Is everyone home?
Is everyone
The
home?
door slams open and
Yes.
like I don't want to talk about it. And Brynn throws like a couple of like this.
Actually,
burlap
Brynn, you're gonna
sack
be
on-
home. Brynn and Glastoc, you would have been home earlier because dinner time.
Oh.
Unless you were out drinking.
Oh, Brynn was out drinking.
Okay, yeah.
I
Okay, let me
hate to
rephrase
break
that.
it to you, bud.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of my
All right, let
personality.
me take that. Let me take that back. Yes, the door opened. Now, the one thing that I'm gonna jump back. Aviro, one of the militiamen did come to the door and say that there was the patrols are going on. There's not much going on, but a message for Gwyn is that there is one person reported missing. They didn't know about it at first, but there is one person reported missing. But they will keep
Pass
up.
it on, Constable.
And then, so then that's what they wanted to pass that information on to Gwyn. I also need Brynn, Aviro, and Glastoc. I need you to give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
And the kitty automatically gets a nat 20 in his roll.
I couldn't agree more. I didn't do quite so well.
25.
25,
27.
27,
22.
22. Okay. Gwyn, please continue with your things going and role play. And I'm going to jump in the middle of something in a little bit.
I think it is time that I tell you one more story. Before the Weeping Death, when I encountered them before, as Sheriff Zorn said, they were assisting a creature that lived beneath the glass factory. A monster who could make you forget. What did they? I think Brynn called it a false hydra. If you have not heard of this, count yourself lucky.
Jay, do I know what that is?
Give me a roll. It would
Okay.
be a nature roll.
Then, oh, maybe.
Brynn hasn't heard of it.
Holy hell. 30.
Yes. This
Nature roll?
nature roll.
Nature roll.
False
course.
hydras are a devastating creature of
Oh.
myth.
I got a
They
22.
22, you've heard the name in story and campfire stories, but they supposedly sing or make noise and make you forget.
Vero drops his spoon. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
And they capture people and absorb their essence. And basically people forget who they are. Like once they're captured by this creature, they do not remember they even existed, is what the rumor has.
It was capturing people from around Sandpoint. Weeping Death were helping it, taking the people into its lair, trussing them up so it could feed. And as it fed, people would forget that these people were missing. They didn't realize.
Aviro, there is a shimmer around the pod. All of you see the shimmer, the white shimmer that you've seen around people in
Yes,
Sandpoint. You
Oh, it's a
see
timey
it.
wimey shimmer.
You see the timey-wimey shimmer on the pod.
Does anyone else see the timey wimey shimmer around the pod?
What?
Yes, I do. But it's the first like not person thing that I've seen it around.
Agreed.
It's like inside, like some of the strandules and just the essence of the wilting. There's just a little bit of left over. As you can, it's not very bright because it's
Oh, it's
dead.
like-
It's just remnants in the inside, not on the outside, on the inside of this
person
pod.
who was in here. I look at Aviro and I'm like, what do you think it means?
Can I make a check to see what I think it means?
Give me yeah, you can give me, well, based on your check before, I would say this is an evolution of a false hydra. It is now humanoid form. And
So
it
it's
makes you
metamorphosing.
What is that?
Well, see, metamorphosis is a fancy word for change. It's changing. Perhaps going through a different life cycle, sort of. You're aware of the life cycles of different things. There's larval stage, pupa stage, adolescence. Does any of this make? No.
Yes. I
All
mean,
right.
Aviro, things
okay.
change. What does it have to do with the shimmer?
Well, it's timey-wiminess. I mean, who knows what it could mean? But it might be no longer in our time frame.
the fact that people are forgetting could be that they are affected by timey-wimey shit. So the
So
shimmering of people that you've been seeing either is A, going to be forgotten, B, have been forgotten about in the past.
how could
Like
people in the
already forgot.
Already, because they were part of the original event.
We managed to slay the beast in a chamber below the glass factory. And it was done. We rescued so many people, but many did not make it. But I had a worry when the Weeping Death showed up again that maybe it was back too. So I went to investigate today. And I found 3 of these there.
Oh no.
That's not good.
That seems very not good.
Think there were people in these then?
Aviro, I'm not going to
Yes.
make you roll the connection. You are probably 98% sure one of those things was in the vault when you opened the door. With
One of those things.
one of the things that was in that pod, because you lost timey-wimey time, you had unknown damage and unknown spells. It is very possible it was in the vault with this Weeping Death.
So do you remember when we all felt terrible after you demolished the Weeping Death?
I
Remember
felt
how we
great
all
after that.
Yes, but we all felt hurt.
Look great after that.
Oh, right.
There may have
Not
been
like
one of
emotionally.
those. There may have been one of those lurking in there that we were unaware of, and then
Because-
timey-wiminess happened, and we didn't remember it.
Because when you stop looking at it, you forget.
This is not good.
Philip, we need to get home.
So were we looking at it when we first came in? 'Cause
Potentially.
You're talking about.
But then
Okay.
when you stop looking at it or whatever, you forget it even was there.
Do any of
or
us have
even
the
as ex-
timey-wimey glow right now?
No.
All right, well, there goes that idea.
But it would explain the timey-wimey glow we've seen around people off and on.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go downstairs. We need to
There's a
find
knock
it
at the
and kill
door.
it. Shit. It's the cops.
Does Brynn hide the
It's cops.
beer?
Brynn immediately like nobody's home. Oh shit.
Message!
Telegram.
I got a message!
Gwyn, you want to go get the door?
Of course. Go
Meanwhile.
over covered in muck and blood and grime and open the
Brynn
door.
has had a blanket on her and she kind of pulls it up over her face.
Hello, and
Okay.
you see
Bryn's hiding all the new dresses and stuff that
effectively
she bought.
a fairy with book pages for wings.
Oh.
You
we've encountered
recognize this
before.
as
What?
you recognize these
We've encountered
as
this before.
the book fairies of the library.
Oh, okay.
But this particular one has a hat on it and dressed in a uniform of a messenger.
A bellhop
Like a little
uniform?
bellhop. Oh my god.
And goes, hello, I'm looking for Glastoc,
Andy Graham for Mongo.
Glastoc, Brynn, Brynn Broad River, Glastoc, Stilcock, and Aviro Starboard. Are they here? Are they here? I have a message. Important message.
Let me
Yes.
check really quick. Hey, are you here?
Glastoc
Yes.
will come
She
to the
flies
door.
right past you. Here's a
Oh.
letter. Lino gives you a letter. Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Glastoc
I
will take it.
am
flick
a
the I
singing
flick this
telegram.
thing a silver piece.
Oh, thank you. And she disappears.
All right.
Like
So Glastoc
magically
goes,
disappears.
What just
Glastoc
happened?
goes to start opening the letter and says, "Nah, you open it, Aviro."
We got some mail.
He opens it and reads it.
Allow me to pull this up.
What's our
Brynn.
first
Whoa.
piece of
Already got it
mail?
prepared.
Whoa.
It's this
There
kind
we
of
go.
anonymous publicity that makes people. Our names in print.
Yes.
Things are going to start happening to us now.
So, Glastoc, Brynn, Aviro, I hope you're doing well. The natural, I hope you're doing well. I have important news. This, and he says, this is Leto. Very obvious this is coming from Leto. You see his sigil and stuff like that. I have grave news.
It smells like musk.
Yeah, actually, it
Purple
does.
wax.
It does. The alchemist that you so formerly have been interacting with is now a lich and is active again in Schmaltmarsh. It appears he is gathering materials to make another timey-wimey device like the one before. Please come to Schmaltmarsh soon. Be warned, your friends are here and they have been helping to gather information as well. Plus a group you've had some dealings with in the past. Come to hear the plan and and to support and to make a plan together to finally take care of this. Yours truly, Leto.
Group that we've had contact with in the past. I think he means friendly contact or like the Blue M's kind of contact.
Well, it's difficult
Could
to say
be,
with
yeah.
a text-based communication. There's no
Now,
way to
I
read
do have
body language
whatever
or vocal inflection or
Yes.
I have thieves can't
Yes.
and or secret speech, whatever it
Yes.
is in this game. Can I like decipher anything
Yes.
else out of this
Secret-
letter?
Yes.
Secret
Awesome.
speech.
Yes.
I forget what it is in this
Yep.
game.
I'm not gonna make you roll because you and Leto have had a history of finally being able to communicate.
I also got a new thing at 8th level called dubious knowledge.
Yeah. So
I can-
as you are looking, you see the fine print in different areas, and all it says is, "I'm sorry. The enemy of my enemy is my friend."
Oh.
The black scaled paladin is here.
Wait, we can't go.
Why
I
not?
imagine
And then you hear, "It's safe." All the rest of the group, and you hear Talico, Timon, Pepper, Ren are all here as well.
oh my goodness. We this is that black dragonborn, the black scaled one. He's there.
the one that gave us
And-
Rocky.
Yes, him.
And the one that
He's
you
there,
saw
and-
at Thistletop.
And Thistletop and Talico's there and Timon and Goblin and Pepper. And I kind of like give Aviro an extra sidelong glance at that. And
Pepper.
they're all there. Not quite that obvious. But I'm like, they're all there. We should go. We should go soon.
They're working together.
Working together. It said my enemy of my enemy is my friend.
What I hang on. I'm confused. First we were gonna look for shards, and then suddenly we were gonna deal with weeping death, and then suddenly we have to deal with a false. What do you call it? False
False Hydra.
Hydra.
false Hydra, and now suddenly we have to go to Schmaltmarsh.
Listen,
The
Which one
that
is
alchemist-
this?
that alchemist is a lich now. We have to take care of him before we take care of any of this other stuff. Otherwise, we're going to be looking over our shoulders, and nobody can be effective that way.
And
All right.
he's making another timey-wimey device.
That's the key.
It's a problem.
I mean, they're all they're all doomsday scenarios. Let's just pick one and go. All right, let's go. Shall we go now? I'm ready.
Well, I need to pack. And Bryn goes over and has a rather large burlap sack. It doesn't look heavy, but it like might be just retail therapy a little bit. And she kind of drags it up the stairs behind her
Is there
as she
crinoline poking out?
maybe a little bit. She sees you looking and she like stuffs it back in and then like hurries up the stairs.
Vero,
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes.
before we depart, I would like your help composing a letter.
All right.
I have a friend in Schmaltmash that I think may be of help.
Of course. Right now.
If we are departing immediately to kill these people who
Well,
your
then let's.
friend has said is there, then yes, we should.
He perks right up and looks super excited, and you see him pull out the nicest paper you have ever seen, and a pen,
The
and he's
good
all right.
stuff.
Oh, nice.
All right. What shall we begin?
How do these usually start?
Dear, or
Dear Selena.
dear Selena, with a C, with an S.
S, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be visiting soon. Please meet on the bridge where we met to help you with your problem.
All right, stop. Hang on. Okay, new piece of paper. Okay, you only get 25 words per sheet.
I don't. Okay. Let's try again. Dear
No,
Selena,
no. We
going to visit soon.
No. The first one is fine. Just continue as you were.
Okay.
You have to understand, he's enjoying this.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
No,
so-
he's delighted to get to use his fancy paper.
We need your help. I think we've got everything really that's important.
I think we've got everything really that's important.
I don't. You don't have to write that part.
I don't.
Oh.
You don't have to. Shit.
You can't erase. You have the magically erase part.
What?
What?
It's a 3000. What do you expect? If there's a word that you can
Wow.
autocorrect on that
You
thing,
just go,
Oh.
and it goes away.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
tell her that we're going to need her help, and we'll be in touch once we get to town.
Sign. Do you want to sign your own name, or shall I sign for you?
I don't know how to sign my name.
No kidding.
Oh, is Gwyn illiterate?
Oh, 100%. She grew up in the mountains.
Oh, of
Would
course
you
she
like
didn't
to
know how
learn?
to spell her best friend's name because she doesn't know how to spell anything, dude. God damn it.
Would you like to learn? I would be happy to
Brynn
teach you.
tried to help teach me, but I am much better at hitting things than I am at learning things.
How did you learn how to hit things?
It's always come naturally to me.
All right. All right. Well, I won't force you, but if you ever want to, I'm happy to assist. All right.
Thank you.
Here we
Aviro.
are. Sign, and it is the
Yep.
most flourishy signature.
to send it to Aviro, you need a little bit more information on which Selena this is.
Right. So, and
Hmm.
who is your Selena friend?
I never got her last name. Selena the Vampire.
Do you
Is
know
that good
what-
enough?
Selena the vampire. Oh, yeah.
The
Okay.
vampire? Why?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Don't
do you know
worry,
where-
she's one of the good ones.
You know where she lives? What's her address?
I don't know. It's probably one of the tombs in Schmaltmash.
Remember the haunted house outside of Small Marsh?
Yeah, sure do.
One of the tombs outside of.
That's what I
Schmaltz.
saw her last, and we've.
She was in a tomb.
Well, we were fighting a vampire lord, but it's not important.
All right.
but,
Which? Okay. Where outside of Schmaltmarsh? Perhaps that'll help. North, south, east, west.
Yes.
Haunted house.
Is it the spider lady?
She does have an affinity for spiders. Yes. Do you,
has-
And then
wait, do you know
Glastoc
her?
looks at
Spiders.
Aviro.
What?
You've acquainted yourselves.
The spider lady.
What spider
Where
lady?
we fought the alchemist the last time.
What?
Glastoc just walks up to.
I wasn't there,
Brynn-
remember?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Like Brynn slides
wasn't there.
down the banister.
That was
and,
Calico and Goblin that were with you.
Yep,
Oh,
that
that's
was
right.
Yep.
Brynn slides down the banister and has like a messenger bag and all of her shit. And she's like, all right, ready to go. And then she notices that the mood in the room has significantly dropped. And she's like, what did I miss?
I don't know. Something about Selena, the
But you met the
vampire.
vampire in
What about,
Magnamar.
I was just
At the
sending her a
party.
letter, letting us know that, letting her know we were going to be arriving in her town soon. She could be
I look at
helpful.
Aviro and I shake my head. What? Why would you want to send her a letter?
Well, I'm assisting Gwyn here.
She's a friend.
Is she?
Yes.
Look at Glastoc, concerned.
Look, Al, I'm assuming Brynn was reading the letter out loud, so we all heard all of the stuff that she was reading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enemy of my enemy. Do you not remember? She was upstairs, he was downstairs, but she didn't necessarily care that he was there.
I mean, I understand that, but
Okay.
quite the leap.
Listen, look, we need all the help we can get. And if this is a friend of Gwyn's,
And we have fought the Blue M's together before.
Any friend of Gwyn's is a friend of mine. I guess.
Tell you what if I address this to Lido and then Lido can forward it on to her?
I
How
don't think
about
that's
that?
going to work.
I wouldn't trust Lido with something like that.
I can't imagine there's too many vampires named Selena in Schmarshmarsh.
Would we remember the like address of the house where we
More or
met-
less that,
met
yeah.
Selena?
You have a mental picture
A
of who
haunted
it
house
is.
outside of
Yeah, you have a
Saltmarsh.
mental picture of who she is because you met
You know,
Aviro.
when a
You did
vampire
meet
in it.
her in the party.
Oh
And,
no, I know.
yeah.
But he
So-
he doesn't know. He hasn't figured out that it's her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that
Aviro.
you can send it to her. Yes, you will be able to send. You have enough information now to be able to send it.
Oh, the alchemist's house.
Yes.
I didn't know
Yeah.
there was anyone living there.
Oh,
was empty.
living is a relative term.
Yes.
They
Unliving,
weren't
if you
living in
will.
there, they were staying there.
Yes.
The
Yes.
entire time I watched it, it was. I mean, there was certainly movement, but it didn't look like it was people.
Oh,
All right. Well, whatever. And he sends it off.
And as you send it off, the camera pans as it just dissipates and flies into the ether. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you, everyone. We are going to be picking up in December for our last 2024 game on the 18th. We're going to take a little bit off a hiatus because we've got some conventions coming up and some other stuff coming up. So the December 18th will be back for our final, and then we're going to be picking back up in mid-January. And then in February, the epic guest player reunion is being planned, where everyone gets together and talks about how they're going to defeat the alchemist. All the guest players getting together, some additional NPCs. What could go wrong or right? Exactly. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for being here. Let us go around. Where can we find all these wonderful and talented players? And we're going to start with Ryan. Thank you.
Oh.
How are you doing? And where can we find you?
Fantastic. Thank you very much for having me. This has been such a blast. I'm looking forward to the next session. And you can find me at Scryer Vision over on Blue Sky now.
Nice.
Ooh.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryan. Jim?
I'm here. That's it. Nowhere else.
Yay.
Perfect.
Until
Yay.
until the next convention or Ren Fair that I need to fill in at Talon and Claw. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Same as Jim, except for the filling in for Talon and Claw part. I'm here.
Thank you, Jeff.
Amazing.
Carrie, bring it all home.
Oh my god, I feel like a jerk. I'm gonna be going very fast though. I'm Carrie. You can find me in a lot of different places on Wednesday nights, obviously. Sometimes you can find me here. On Thursday nights, you can find me either on Dice Tales Live or on Mini Terrain Domain, where we play Kids on Bikes. So sometimes I'm on both places at once because I'm everywhere. And then coming up on Monday nights, I think we're starting the 2nd of December now. That was
Yes.
the plan. We are also on Mini Terrain Domain playing Seven Dooms for Standpoint, and we are playing Pathfinder 2E, and that should be fun too. So we are having our first session on the 2nd of December. And I think that's it. All the places you can find me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I am Jay, also known as Neo Feather in most of the socials. You can find me here. We've got some interesting games pre-recorded and pre-planned for early part of next year. I will be at PAX Unplugged, so if you see me, I'm running some games down at Johanna Gaming, so some mech horror for Eldritch Automa. So I've got some fun stuff there, so check us out there. We also want to let that on MTD, since I will also be on Mondays as a player, woohoo! But on MTD on Saturday, December 7th, check out MTD and Todd Stashwick's charity event for Pavlov Foundation. They are going to be doing another charity event with some awesome friends, Trek friends. They're Kate McFadden. I am forgetting all the other names, but
Hanson
Lahura,
Mount.
yep, and Captain Pike are all going to be playing a round of D&D for the Pavlov Foundation. You'll be able to donate to affect the game. So check them out on Mini Terrain Domain. Last before we go, we have a post-credit scene.
Oh.
This I'm actually kind of happy, interesting about. So here we go. The scene starts as a silhouette of a human-sized figure is sitting in a chair. It's dark. It's clouded, just not being able to see this figure. There's sitting in a fine chair, seems to be in a almost a lounge with a fire crackling. He exhales some purplish and pink smoke from a pipe. The smoke fills out in front of him and starts to take a life of its own. The cloud grows to a good size, about 2 to 3 feet in radius. It's just kind of this ball of smoke. And then in the center, it begins to implode slightly as the outer stays a cloud. And it kind of swirls a little bit and almost pops in, and you see a mirror of it, like a shimmering surface in the center around it. Lights and shapes begin to move inside until it stops to reveal a scene, maybe from a dream or a memory of the past. It shows the natural ones, Glastoc, Aviro, and Brynn, being escorted by green scaled lizard folk through hallways that are dripping wet and like a stronghold. Aviro looks scared as usual. Glastoc is gripping the top of his axe, ready to act if something happens. Brynn looks confident, like she just completed a great task, as if she walked up and just told the lizard folk, "Take me to your leader," and they did. The natural ones look less experienced, maybe third or fourth level. But as they continue walking during this wet stone passageway, they pass a room, open doored, and they all stop as they gaze upon a young black dragon helping the lizard folk in the area. Brynn slowly says, "Rocky?" Unsure her eyes are seeing what she's seen. The black dragon's head turns. Rocky looks at the group In a moment of joy, a great reunion occurs. Tears and smiles are exchanged, and the lizard folk queen walks into the room uh, as she sees the four of them embracing as if they've never seen that a great time has passed and that they have found each other once again. She whispers to herself at the sight of the reunion of these lost comrades. Very well. An alliance we shall have. The scene freezes and cracks in the middle and shifts. The image violently changes as the scene changes to a larger Rocky, a not so young dragon anymore, with claws around the neck of a purple sheep. Where did they go? They never came. They decided to abandon me. Now they shall all pay. Send me to them now, as he grips the purple sheep's neck. The scene stops as a swirling smoke begins to go around and dissipate. The human figure sits up and smashes the end table that's next to him. Pieces go all as you see the human form of Rocky standing as several mage hands zip around and start picking up the pieces. The human moves over to the fireplace, grabbing a drink, and he runs his fingers across an elven short sword, Aviro's short sword. As the camera leaves the room, the human Rocky is standing in what was once Aviro's tower. As it shows through the landscape and the forest of modern day Schmaltmarsh before going dark.
Oh.
What could have been, that never was set in motion.
Holy shit. Ugh.
And that is where we're going to leave for next episode.
Wait. How long has Aviro not had the short sword?
He wouldn't know. He never fucking uses it.
It's
but
always
He's always saying that it's hung up on the wall inside of his towers.
When he conjures it, yes.
Oh, okay.
But is it the right one?
Oh,
and-
that's right.
and-
That was
we
what that
don't-
little light thing was. It stole his sword.
and we don't know when this vision that
You don't
we
know when this
saw
vision
yeah.
is.
But I will give you this little spoiler. Aviro has casted his tower and made a permanent one. Everything else, every time he casts that tower, it pulls from the original permanent one.
Okay, well, the permanent one was in the mines where we had our very first adventure.
That one wasn't permanent.
Oh, I
That one
thought it
wasn't
was.
permanent.
No,
It
the
was in
permanent one is
Schmaltmarsh.
in the Druid's Grove.
In
The one in
Schmaltmarsh,
Druid's Grove.
where
Right.
where Glastoc was trying to climb and got zapped by the traps.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So everything gets pulled from the original one. So whenever Aviro casts that spell, so there's potentially a fake sword that is there.
So if
Okay.
it pulls, wait a minute, but then where, because you have to cast it for a year, where did those ones before the permanent one came from?
It's all from different locations, but once you made the permanent one, now they all link to that one.
They're all linked back to that one.
They're all linked to that one because you made it permanent.
Way to go, Aviro.
Nice, Aviro.
Good job, me.
Yeah.
Good job, me.
That was good. That was
But
good.
that might be one of the other reasons why Rocky has a more affinitive connection with Vero.
Also, I'm the only one who is willing to speak with him.
Exactly.
Everyone else is crabby at him, and I'm willing to.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck. His name was Mike.
But since you guys went timey-wimey and left Saltmarsh and went to Schmaltmarsh, and you guys didn't complete some tasks and some other adventuring things because you went timey-wimey, that may have caused ripples
that's
and some
not-
other stuff.
That's not our fault.
I didn't say it was your fault.
There's not enough time
I'm
for
just
everything.
saying that might be the justification and or process a certain
yeah.
dragon has.
Thanks for being here, Ryan.
Yeah, this
Hey.
was a delight.
I can't wait to get to Schmaltmarsh and get killed fighting your surrogate son.
Yes.
Yep.
You know?
It's
There
gonna
you
be
go.
great. It's gonna be great.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will see you soon.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Have a great time. And please remember, be kind. Don't be a jerk. Have a great time.
Yes.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.